Everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to play some more horror romance. And yeah, I did not forget about them. I still need to do Michael's route, Freddy's route, and Chucky's route. Let's begin. Before we begin, there's some things I should tell you about myself. What's my name? YN. My name's YN. What are my pronouns? She, her. My name is YN and my pronouns are she, her. Is that correct? Yes. Chapter 1, Arrival at Amityville. No, stay away from me. Come here, you little... But... I said get away from me. Same dream as always. I doubt I'll ever get sleep without nightmares. Freddy's playground right there. I blink and scratch my eyelids. I gotta remind myself not to sleep on a moving bus. I got a headache, and maybe a concussion, for every time my head hits the window while sleeping. I searched inside my backpack for my phone. I need to know what time it is and check for notifications. Lion turns on the phone and sees two messages. The first one is from Mr. Torrance. Lion, please contact me whenever you arrive at Amityville. Everything's set up. If you want, I could come for you. Yeah, I'm good. I prefer not owing anything to my landlord just yet. Thanks for caring, but I'll go to the cafe before heading to the apartment. I gotta sort out the purchase paperwork. Lion slides into the next message from one new waitress, Carrie. I'm really grateful for this opportunity. I'll be at the cafe tomorrow by 7 o'clock. Thanks, Carrie. Please don't worry too much, okay? It's just a waitress gig. We'll work on the cafe later. I spent all night inside the bus. Now I gotta get to the cafe, then the new apartment, and then unpack. My body's hurting. I'll kill for a frappuccino right now. Like I'll be my own slasher. The old owner finally retired after signing a never-ending contract to buy a new cafe. I've been behind bars for the last few years and gone through many jobs, saving to finally get my own place. My own business. Overwhelmed. And finally, now that I'm the newer, I feel overwhelmed. Tired as crap. I still have to get home, unpack, and eat, shower, and not to say I gotta be here even earlier tomorrow to set everything up. Crap. I stopped distract myself and grab my suitcase to go home. I choose to go home after a tiring day. I still can't believe I'm here, so far away from my old home, away from Mom, and far away from my stepdad. Just remembering makes me have a stomachache. Sometimes I wonder if killing him was really worth it. I think it probably was. He could have harmed someone else. Crap, sun's barely rising and I gotta get up already. I get out of bed and question my life choices. After a bit, I get up and go to my small kitchen. I open the fridge, just a few things I got last night to eat. I gotta do some actual grocery shopping. I take a few cheese slices and some butter, and make a light breakfast to get to work. I quickly eat my food while dressing and rushing into the door, shrieking when I find my landlord right in front of me. Good day to you. Just wanted to check how your new tenant. Just wanted to check on how my new tenant was doing. Doing good. Bye. Creepy guy. I'm fine. How did you know? I didn't. I just came to check up, and you opened the door before I knocked. Oh yeah, understand. Well, to be honest, I'm in a hurry. I got to set everything up for the cafe's reopening. The old cafe, you bought it? Well, that's a nice surprise. I'm glad you're entrepreneur. Does it have a new name? Yeah, it's Final Girl. Because why not? Yeah, it's Final Girl. That's a nice name. That's a nice name. Well, maybe I'll pass through and take a coffee later. Good luck. Yeah, thanks. I'm off now, Mr. Torrance. Gosh, I hope he doesn't. This guy gives me the chills. I finally step into the street before going to the cafe. I have to go to the supermarket and buy a few things I need. As I step away from my apartment building, I start to feel something odd. That feeling of being watched. Ghostface. Nevertheless, when I look to my sides in search of the person, I realize that there was no one in the streets. Maybe my paranoia is back. Oh no, it's Ghostface. I quickly walk down the street, uneasy. Thanks to the GPS, I get to the supermarket. I take everything I need: milk, almond milk, vanilla, cocoa, Electra, and a treat for myself, a chocolate bar. I get out of the market with my shopping items, realizing that the sun is slowly rising above the horizon. Thanks to being distracted, I didn't know someone is in front of me and bump into what feels like a brick wall. Jason. Waking up, I see a really big guy using a weird and worn out hockey mask. I feel shivers run down my spine while seeing him. He doesn't say anything, just stares. After a bit, I realize he's not looking at me, but at the chocolate bar on my hand. Oh, I get it. He wants some. Like I should told everyone that last time, we have to be nice to them, or we get bad and share chocolate. I left my bag on the floor and get up, and with both my hands, I break the chocolate bar into two. Here, sharing will kill me. Sorry, won't. At least not with him. The guy tilts his head, looking at the chocolate for a few seconds. He stops and proceeds to move his hand in a pause and gentle manner. I'm surprised when I notice he's mute, and quickly realize that what he's saying. It's sign language. I did move my hand to answer you're welcome. One of the many things I learned in prison thanks to my free time. Now I'm glad I learned it, in a way. I actually don't know sign language. Finally, I grab my things and leave the big guy behind. I get to the cafe and find someone at the doorstep. For her appearance, I knew it. She was my new waitress, Carrie. Oh, you must be YN. I'm sorry. I got here too early. Should I come back later or... Don't worry. Actually, it's quite convenient. I have to set everything up, and cleaning was going to take a long time. Could you take care of that? Yes, right away. Carrie Cookie stepped inside, and I stepped inside. As I opened the door, I told her where the cleaning tools were. Well, I went behind the bar, saying the groceries up. I grind the coffee, put the cream inside the sleeve, and set up the cups in the accessible place. I place all the pastries and desserts on the shelf next to the counter. And when I'm done, I was in front of an impeccable cafe. Carrie even placed the tablecloths on each table. Weird. Did we even have those? I just found them. Wow, Carrie. What quick worker. Thank you. I guess we can open up early. It was nothing. I'm good at cleaning. I'll change. Carrie went behind the bar and put on her apron. Meanwhile, I hang up the open sign. I already put the advertisements in the newspaper alongside a coupon. And I have the advantage of a cafe being right in front of the park. I come back to the bar, approaching Carrie. While we wait, I want to explain to her how to use a special machine. Have you ever tried one of these? Sir, I haven't. I never had anything like that. She almost had a heart attack when she had to say no. I just nod. Easy, you don't have to worry about knowing. It's okay, not everyone knows about this. Let me explain. I taught Carrie the basics. About coffee, fill with water, put coffee on the pot filter. Showed her how to level up the coffee. Then I put the pot filter back and finally start the machine. Voila! Just like that. Wow, I thought it'd be harder. The machine won't be a problem, especially when we get Jason. What will be hard is the service itself. Serving coffee can be easy, but it got strict. Now memorize the menu and the ingredients. The client arrives, so I tell Carrie to bring them the coffee once it's done. I get closer to the bar, noticing dark-haired tall man. His most notable feature being a metallic can. Welcome to Final Girl Cafe. How can I help you? Look at that, the old crab hole's reopened. And with a hottie serving, too. Last owner looked like he got a stick up his butt. The man laughed. Like, Ash, I don't know if I should laugh or raise an eyebrow. I didn't get to know him much. I only do coffee. That's all I'm expecting. Well, give me an Americano with whiskey. We don't have that in the menu. Come on, you can't have a good coffee without whiskey. I ain't a pushover. You don't have a good bottle in there? Because it's Ash, I'm still have to be nice to him. I don't want to be mean to him. Give him a Americano with nothing added. I stare for a few seconds and sigh, and look at both sides before gesturing for him to wait. He carelessly looks at me while I take care of the Americano. When I'm done, I take the cup and go to the storage room. There I open a box with my stuff. One of my faves. Jack Daniels. Somethings. Sometimes, on rough days, I drink half of the bottle and drown in tears until passing out. Now I'm just pouring into coffee, measuring the quantity so it adds taste without going too far. I walk back to the bar and hand the man his coffee. There you go, a cup of Americano coffee, without anything added because we don't have permission to serve alcohol. The man looked at me, slightly doubtful, before looking at the cup. Finally, he takes it and drinks, smiling with his satisfaction. Perfect. Now I know where to come for my Americano with nothing added. He laughed, quite pleased. I guess I'm still a little weak to whims. Either that, or the guy just looks like an uncle who just won and drank. Here you go, dollface. You're paying your tip. He takes my hand and puts something in it besides a pay, closing it. It's for good luck, trust me. I won't want anything happening to my new favorite barista. This town's weird and quite dangerous, so watch your back. I will be fine. I'm just gonna be nice to them, so I survive. He pats my hand and walks away with his cup of coffee, humming a tune. I look at a strange man walk away. My eyes redirect themselves to my still closed hand, doubtful. When I open it, I find the freakiest crap I've seen in years. It was a freaking dried, severed finger. I was unable to tell if it was real or fake. Well, you already know it's not shook up, but I look at the door without knowing what the heck all that was about. I hear Carrie approaching me. So I hurry, putting the finger in my pocket and the money on the register. Our first client, how much was it? I know some childish happiness coming from her, and couldn't help but smile. An amazing $1.25. She knows I was kidding and laughed cheerily. Good enough to retire, right? I laughed, realizing the joke's still ongoing. At the exact moment, I notice an abrupt change in Carrie's attitude when the bell chimes once again. Before looking at the door, I look at Carrie's face. At first, she was surprised to see who's entered. Then her face changed into discomfort. Oh no, it's her. It's who? I turn around and look at the door to see who it was, while I hear Carrie's running away into the storage room. I could just see a blonde young girl dressed in fancy branded clothing. She got quite the unfriendly face. Her nose was wrinkled, almost as she smelled something awful. Another stupid town cafe. Beg your pardon? I want a foam-free tri-latte. 5 decaffeinated shots, pumpkin essence, and no foam. 208 degrees Fahrenheit. You already said foam-free twice. I blink, not getting this kid's attitude. I immediately realize this is one of those rich and entitled kids. Great, my favorite kind of people to talk to. It's dangerous to serve coffee that hot. You could get burnt. I'm sorry, are you deaf? I didn't ask for your advice. I asked for coffee. Don't question and do your damn job. I take a deep breath and grit my teeth. And decline and ask her to leave. I'm sorry. We don't have that on the menu, and it's irresponsible to make coffee at that temperature. What? How can you not have tri-latte? What kind of rundown cafe is this? We just opened, and we don't have pumpkin essence. I don't know when we could get it. What a tragedy. And actually, the pumpkin essence is right below the counter, unopened. I refuse to make her coffee. Life's shown me that things are ass with respect and education, and this rich girl got none of them. You're doing it on purpose. Do you know who I am? I'm... Chow Oberman. My dad's the mayor. I'll make you frickin' excuse for cafe shut down. You end up in the street. They can shut down my cafe for not having pumpkin essence. She pierces my soul with her eyes. She doesn't appreciate my tone at all, but I just smile. You think you're so smart, huh? I'll make you regret this. She turns around, almost hitting me with her blonde hair, and walks away. Her angered heels hit the floor with each step, make her presence known. Thank you for visiting. Come back soon. I'm so sorry. Chow scares me to death. I hid in the storage room. Don't worry, I can see why. I saw everything. Well, almost everything. You're so brave. She says it with admiration. I shrug off, not taking note of it. When you've been in the prison and lived while I lived, it takes more than whimsy's tired body to scare you. People can only intimidate you if you let them, Gary. Now come on, we gotta organize some stuff back there. We didn't get any more customers, just a few, but at least Carrie and I haven't been lazy, and most of the storage room is fully organized now. I'm a bit tired. Yeah, it's been a busy first day. Now, just gotta take the tables back and close. I asked Carrie to please turn the sign from open to closed. And she does. She comes back with me to arrange the chairs until she remembers she left her bag in the storage room, going back for it. When I think the first day's over, I hear the door opening and a bell chiming. Someone entered the cafe. That's just my luck. I'm so lucky. I got here just in time. A hot caramel macchiato with double vanilla, and don't go too small with the caramel. I raise my eyebrow looking at him, a short red-headed boy with scars on his face. The town's sure full of interesting people. He kind of looks like a doll. Or just... Is that just my imagination? Well, it's not imagination at all. He leaned on the counter and is now waiting for me to move. He doesn't seem too embarrassed to arrive at the last second to buy a coffee. It's not even the last second. It's already said closed. Sorry, but we're closed already. Isn't he a bit small to consume caffeine? Size doesn't matter. Oh, my bad. Didn't see the sign. You're gonna serve anyway, though, right? The client's always right. give up and make his coffee. I sigh and go to the bar. It's not that I think the client's always right, but after such a hard day, I don't want more trouble. Now I get why the last owner was so bitter. Making the caramel macchiato took less than I thought with the boys' indications. It looks like he isn't taking his eyes off me. Well, I'm preparing the drink, like he's making sure it's not just how he wants it. I place the coffee in front of him. On the bar, his mouth changes into a big grin without looking away from me. His huge blue eyes piercing my soul. At least it seems like he likes what he sees, whatever it is he's seeing. Here you go. The redhead takes the glass and sips. A few seconds later, he nods, pleased. I feel the sugar kicking in already. Ideal for a long night of stabbing people. He laughs in quite a unique manner, winking at me and handing the exact amount of money. He continues drinking the coffee without moving at all, like he owns the place and time doesn't matter. Excuse me, we're closing, so as I was saying. Oh yeah, right. I get your hint. Don't be so grumpy, or you'll grow wrinkles. I'd be ashamed to ruin such a pretty face. As he pulls out a knife. Well, he didn't get the paper glass hint. Wait, is the little guy flirting with me? I'm left speechless for a few seconds, which he uses to turn around and walk to the door without any worries. I found my bag. We could go. Why do you seem so tired of all of a sudden? I scratch my eyelids. Probably look like crap, which is exactly how I feel at the moment. Forget it. Let's go. I'm walking back home after closing up the cafe with Carrie. The girl is really sweet, but I think she lacks courage. Oh, thanks. She definitely does. Hiding in the storage room. She reminds me of myself when I was younger, maybe on the inside, but I'm a little jealous of her innocence. Although I'm distracted, my senses are still keen. I can't stop feeling someone's looking at me from the back. Is my paranoia back? No. It's not my imagination. I'm hearing footsteps. I don't want to go home with someone following me. They'll know where I live, and it can only get worse from there. Why is everything happening today? I can't stand it. I'm at my goddamn limit. Although my common sense tells me I should run away, I stop walking and look behind me, there's no one there. But after hearing someone walking behind me, I'm certain I'm not alone. I already heard you. Come out of hiding already. Stop fooling around. There was a certain movement from inside the shadows. A tall, slender silhouette gets closer, and I tense up. I really wanted to believe it was just my imagination, but... Wow, didn't expect you to notice my presence. Most never do if I don't want them to. The silhouette gets closer to the light between us, which reveals a man with a dark leather jacket, black pants, and mask covering his face. Gotta admit, this is it's the first time it happens. But there's always a first time. Technically, just took my stalking privilege. I stay quiet. I already had a bad day today with Channel. And that weird doll, having an encounter with a masked freak, was only making it worse. I don't know what you want, but I'm not in the mood. Please leave me alone. I wish it was that easy. It's just like, what's your favorite scary movie? The masked man makes a vertical gesture, placing one hand on his chest and the other facing me. But sadly for you, catching me by surprise has caught my attention, so no, I won't leave you alone. My eye twitches. I'm definitely about to lose my patience, the little sanity I have left, and everything else. Although I can leave you for a moment in exchange for a simple question. Yes. I sigh while pinching the bridge of my nose. I really want to go back home as soon as possible, so I better just play along. Alright, you win. Ask me whatever you want. Great, I'm glad you cooperate. Alright, the question is, what's your favorite horror movie? What's that? The freak just wants to know my favorite horror movie? Scream. I think about it before answering, but the answer's easy. Scream. Stuff Saw, Scream. Saw. The one with the jigsaw doll. I watch it when I'm bored. The masked man starts to laugh like he's just been told a joke. What a sadist. Alright, you're okay for now. I also like it. He says goodbye, still cackling. The last thing I see before he turns around is him winking at me. Wait, how did the mask wink at me? I pretend to forget about it. Better just go home before stumbling upon another freak asking what my favorite Disney movie is or some crap. I keep walking, trying not to think too much about what just happened. I'm so done with today that I just want to go home, refresh myself with a shower and sleep. I stop walking when I see a big figure obscuring the apartment building's door. The uneasy feeling returns. Please, no more freaks. Either way, when I realize he's smoking right beside my window, the doubts turned into anger. If I was already having a crap day, this was just truly was going to make me snap. Seems like the man realized my expression changed. He stopped inhaling the smoke. Ask who he is. Who are you? The stranger adjusts the mask he's wearing. The cigarette's in his hand, still lit. The message is clear. He doesn't want to talk. Well, you're gonna talk. You're gonna talk, Michael, because we're dating you this time. Rude. I should have told him to stick a cigarette up his... Michael. Unexpectedly, he finally spoke. I remain silent, waiting to see if he keeps talking. But since he doesn't open his mouth, I'm in charge of carrying the conversation. Do you live around here? I moved in the morning, so I don't know many people. Technically, it was the day before. He takes his sweet time answering, but he does nevertheless. He raises his hand and points with his thumb to the building that I'm trying to get in. I live right here. Michael, I've been looking for you. A dirty blonde-haired girl opens the door and grabs him by the arm. It makes me realize just how muscular this guy is. The girl looks up at me, surprised. Oh, sorry. Did my bar scare you? Well, at least there's one normal person in the family. Don't worry, we're just chatting. Michael spoke to you. That's new. I don't want to cause a bad impression saying otherwise, so I just nod in response. You may have stood out to him. You're new, right? We don't really get many new neighbors around here. Name's Worry, by the way. That's right. I got here this morning. Technically, it was the day before. My name's YN. It's a pleasure. Likewise, you're so sweet. You're sweet. But we're in a bit of a hurry. I'll see you later around here. Don't hesitate to ask if you're out of salt or sugar. Her tone lets me know she's joking in a friendly way, so I laugh and wave them goodbye. I choose to ignore the fact that Lori's practically had to drag Michael upstairs once we got inside. I'll ask why he's got a janitor suit or a mask. I'll just pretend it's totally normal. It's normal for him. I open my door with a click. I entered my apartment. I leaned my back on the door to close it. I sigh, relaxing. Finally, at home. I hurry, but I don't have enough energy to prepare something to eat. I go to the kitchen to grab some cookies I brought. Heading to my room and throwing myself on the bed. I feel heavier as the tension leaves my body, relaxing every muscle. What a terribly stressful day. What kind of madman live around here? It's like a cheap movie. A horror movie. I eat some cookies and fall asleep as soon as I take my pants off in bed. I open my eyes, looking around, startled. I don't recognize where I am, but it's cold. I feel strange, metallic sound from a place out of view. I get up from the ground, scan my surroundings. I must be dreaming. I start to walk around the place. I can feel the cold, rusty metal under my feet. This feels too real. I start to doubt if this is actually a dream. Maybe it's not a dream after all. I can hear a small girl humming in the distance. I can feel shivers run down my spine. But I do feel a fear I should. Like, 1, 2, 3, 3. Freddy's coming for you. I can't say it correctly. I search for the voices of origin, but I don't seem to find him. Instead, now I'm hearing a deep, raspy laugh. The crackling feels closer. No, this is a dream. I know it is. I can't just suddenly appear out somewhere so horrifying. I can hear footsteps getting closer, and the scraping of two metal objects growing closer. Defend myself. I throw a Pokeball at him. Get out of my dream. Okay, Freddy, I throw a Pokeball at him. I scream, more angered than scared. I turn around and see where the noises are coming from. I imagine the sea, the silhouette in the darkness. It's wearing a hat and a glove with a sharp blade at the end of each finger. He stops on his feet when he's hearing my voice. By the way his head tilts, he seems confused. What? I manage to startle myself up, cold sweat running down my face. I look at the ceiling and out of the deep sigh. A groan leaves my mouth as I pinch the bridge of my nose. This day can't get any weirder. I try to sleep again, shifting positions. Chapter 2, A New Idea. I wake up even more tired than yesterday. After the nightmare, sleeping had become a challenge and anxiety turned sleeping into a whole effort. The sun was peeking through the horizon, but I don't want to drag on the bedtime anymore. It wasn't doing anything for me either way. I get up to walk down into my little kitchen. I leave the coffee machine to do its thing while I make breakfast. I needed some sort of sound that dragged me away from my own thoughts for a while, so I take the remote and turn the TV on. Following the investigation into the growing drug trafficking in Amityville, the mayor announced that he's doing everything possible to locate and dismantle the drug trafficking ring. Look at his daughter. She probably is doing it all. At least I know where to look for a job and if the cafe doesn't work. I change the channel. The news are not the best way to calm anxiety. I zap between channels until I find a crimology series. Maybe not the best moment to watch something like this, but manages to calm me down. Going back to the breakfast, I start making some eggs with bacon and toast. After the toast is done, I pour a cup of coffee and sit down to eat, distracting myself thinking about what needs to be organized for the cafe today. When I'm done eating, I take a shower and dress myself, grooming my hair properly for the day. When I'm ready, the sun's already out and it's just the time to go to work. As I get out of my house, I have to thank the guy upstairs for giving me a casual encounter with someone that's not Mr. Torrance. I manage to see my strange and energetic neighbor watering the plants in the building. He turns to look at me, and I can see his penetrating gaze under the darkness of his mask. Oh, good morning, Michael, right? He doesn't say anything, he just looks at me and goes back to what he was doing, but he doesn't take his eyes off me. Have a good day. I took refuge in the simple brain fart, coterie, communication, and head down the street, noticing that he nodded at me as I passed by. I walk around the city going to the supermarket before going to the cafe for last-minute supplies. It doesn't take me long, so I head to the cafe, which luckily for me is near the supermarket. When I arrive, Carrie's at the front door waiting. Remind me to give you a punctuality bonus. You don't have to worry about that. The pay is enough for me. I chuckle as I head to open the door and enter the cafe to finally start today's shift. I'm heading to the warehouse to get everything ready. Clear the tables while I take care of the coffee. Right away. I take out some bags of coffee and put them in the basket, along with spices and milk. I go to the counter to turn on the coffee maker and the blender. I notice that everything's ready, and before I know it, Carrie has already finished with the tables. Already? Crap! You're more agile and faster than you look. It's one of the things I'm good at. By the way, you got more dark circles under your eyes. Did you sleep well? To be honest, I haven't slept well for years, but I'm still functional. That's what matters. I know what that's like. But I've learned ways to sleep well despite everything. I'll tell you whatever you want. And answer her goodwill with a smile. Carrie feels like a breath of fresh air in my life, so sweet and genuine. Okay, you can tell me when we're closing. We're all set for now. Put up the sign so customers can come in. Forget all about that, probably. Carrie's going to open the cafe and take care of everything behind the counter. Soon some customers come in for their coffee. I start to focus on this simple task. Prepare, mix, heat, serve. I repeat in my head like a mantra, and that relaxes me for a while until a small figure surprises me. Today I came right on time. Came earlier. You were stalking this place. This again. That's something I guess. Welcome. What would you like? Same as yesterday and quick, darling. I do not know what to think of him calling me darling. Gives me flashbacks. I let out a sigh and went to make the coffee like he asked for yesterday. A caramel macchiato. I glimpsed at the amount of sugar it's in it. Just decided to hand him the drink without saying anything else. Drink for Charlie? It's Chucky. Who the frick is called Chucky? Chucky Finster. And who the frick is called YN? Touche. He almost snatched the glass from my hand, but he didn't reach it. I controlled myself from laughing and handed him the glass. He just took it, irritated. However, when he took a sip, all the light seemed to leave his face. Good, I'm not gonna stab you today. My favorite, you prepared it very well. You will make me come here more often. Tipping his hand in cash, not flirtatious attempts. Your loss. I watched the short stack drink his coffee and sit down in the armchairs at the back. I saw and watched Carrie walk past him, confused. She is so baffled that she ends up approaching me again. Why is there a good guy doll drinking coffee? Why not? He needs his coffee too. What now? It was too busy at night killing people. Good guy, very popular in the 90s. They recently released a new line, more technological and bigger. You know, modernized. I hadn't noticed until Carrie mentioned it. He was a freaking doll, indeed. I noticed his hands. He was inconspicuous because he was so well made. But he has small, youthful proportions. I was already wondering how he was holding the cup with both hands. You know what? At this point, I don't want to know anything. Just ignore it. Okay? I choose to ignore the doll. Maybe it's just someone playing with it. Or it's really well-made costume. Something silly like that. I don't need to focus on that right now. I focus on work. I get an order for almond milk, but I quickly notice that it's already gone. I need to go find more in this warehouse. I don't think about it much. After making sure Carrie is taking care of the rest of the customers, I head to the back. Or gets each ready. I go to the shelf to get the milk amongst the products. I try to stretch to reach up, but someone grabs it. Okay, thank you. I'll be like, thank you, and then turns around. It's like, then screams. I'm scared to death when I see a hand with sharp claws holding milk and offering it. I look down and I see a horribly burned face, but with very striking features. Ah! I jump back in fright, noticing the figure in front of me. Who are you? This place is for employees only. It's gonna be employees soon enough. Oh, so now you're scared? Hey, did you hear me? Sir, back off or I'll call the police. I'd love to see you try that. Okay, call the police. Don't call Sam and Dean. I see him examining the milk. Wyan, right? You don't seem like anything special. So why couldn't I kill you? What? Yeah, last night in a frickin' dream. You weren't scared at all. You even kicked me out of your nightmare. You threw a Pokeball at me and caught me. How was I? It was a Pokeball. You're in my dream. I made you a Pokemon. I'm surprised process everything he tells me, but it just seems impossible. My dream was the guy from. Was this the guy from my dream? Well, he has some more so yet. However, it didn't make sense. Yep, definitely went nuts now. I ended up grabbing the carton of milk from his hand and walked back to the store. So I'll be like, how did he grab it for me? If I ignore him, he'll go away. He's just illusion. I'm hallucinating again. That's all it is. I go out of the bar and focus on making coffee. I keep repeating the same thing to myself over and over again. It's hallucination. First the doll, now him. It's a strange day. It's not even noon. Why did Carrie know it's the doll then? Some manners you have. Aren't you taught not to leave others talking to themselves? No, I wasn't. Let's walk off. Oh, crap. I jump in fright and almost spill the coffee. But I save it. I finish preparing it, controlling the shaking of my hands due to a small anxiety attack that grips my breathing. Order ready. You can't ignore me forever, you know that, right? I can literally haunt your dreams. Won't be the first one, I assure you. He doesn't seem to be taking it any better. He opens his mouth to answer me, but the customer who comes for his drink is the one who speaks to him. Can they see him too? Wow, your makeup's great. It looks so realistic. It's a great cosplay. Yeah, whatever. Get lost, moron. I can't wait. Well, he's gonna be the last one for obvious reasons, but I do want to see his route. He looks like the one from the Great Legend, the one about the dream guy. Bill Cipher or Scary Terry? Oh yeah, Scary Terry. Customers leave, chatting intrigued by the man in front of me. If they could see him, he's not a fragment of my imagination. Is he real, then? I should stop ignoring him. Who are you? Freddy Krueger. Known for the nightmares, but let's just say it doesn't turn out too well. So you're like a dream entity? A sleep paralysis demon? Something like that. I'll explain it. I explained it too many times already. It's annoying. Stick with that inspiration. Crap, this city can't be any weirder. And if you want to kill me, why don't you do it now? Third one. And then have everyone freak out and run out. First off, it's not like that. This is art, you old crap. My art. Second, I don't have much strength and freedom in this earthly world, so I can't. You can't? Pretty sure you still have a claws. But that's where the issue comes in. You were my victim last night, and I couldn't kill you, right? It's the severed hand. What do I know? You're the expert. I complained as I was returning to work while surveying their order. I saw some girls admiring Freddy's makeup. Wow, your prayers is brutal. I didn't know this cafe was horror-themed. I listened to them chatter and rolled my eyes. these days, young people want blank everything. Yeah, they do. Do you blame them? I continue to ignore Freddy and focus on serving the meals. But I notice more orders starting to come in. More and more. Everyone talks in about to and about Freddy. He starts to continue with his lie of the costume, displaying how he did it. What a showman he is. I notice more people are joining in to listen to him, but the group also sits down with Chucky. Apparently he likes jokes of insult and people laugh, amused. Do people like this? Well, the drone is a good draw. Maybe I could talk to them and... No. I would have to be out of my mind to have those two working for me. A pseudo dream demon and whoever Chucky is. It's crazy. Just when I was about to give up on my idea, the plastic princess walks into my cafe. I already kicked you out yesterday. You better make my coffee right today, and without any complaints. If you don't like it, you can always go to another coffee shop. They already kicked her out too. Honey, with my influence and money, you should pray for me to become a regular. Otherwise, you would never be able to. Oh, what an ugly creep. Okay, don't diss him from me. Okay, I diss him myself, but mine's playful. Yours is just being a putt. Just as ugly as you. But your ugliness comes from inside, Blondie. That's what your insides look out like. Excuse me, do you know who I am? You're medium rare beef. Don't you know don't know all the blanks in town, just the older ones. Maybe I know your mother. You did not just say that, and you. She points at me with her index finger, wrapped in a nylon glove. If you don't kick this old creep out, I swear I'll never set foot here again. Freddy, I'll pay you to stay here. And also, you're the one that insulted him first. You just decide to insult you more. She turns around and clicks her tongue. She turns around and clicks her huge heels against the floor as she walks away. Maybe having those two here is a perfect solution to all my problems. What a nightmare it must be to live in your skin. You put up with people like that on a daily basis. I made coffee quickly and quietly to serve it to Freddy. Look, I don't really have an answer to the question you asked me earlier. I'm just trying to make a living, but maybe we could figure it out together. You want us to find out how I could kill you? Yes. It goes deeper than that. Just sit down and wait for me to free up. I'll explain. Yes and no. Freddy grabbed the coffee cup and I tried it. Freddy grabbed the coffee and tried it. I just want coffee. Gave it a thumbs up and decided to go to sit down. I'll give you a chance, but only because you make an excellent coffee. I let him go and go to work. The orders keep coming. Even Carrie had to help me. Chucky and Freddy didn't leave. They seemed pleased with the attention scaring a few people. I took charge of collecting the money and making sure the coffee kept coming to the customers. By the time I realized it, it was already time to close. There was a nice twilight on the horizon. I closed the doors and I closed the doors and took 2 pastries, serving them both. Just warning you, if it's poison, you're just adding more flavor. Rat poison doesn't work on me. Chucky, is that what you think I'm gonna do? Okay, Chucky has his weapon too. And Freddy, of course, but... So it's not just Freddy and Jason. No, nothing like that. He brought customers in. It's a thank you. It's a thank you gift. Oh, then I'll accept it and never say no to free candy. Yeah, is that your van? It says free candy in the park right there. That's back. Then he puts the cake in his mouth, savoring it. As least I know he likes my baking. I've been checking out. I've been checking out how you've been around today, and the attention you've drawn to the cafe. Actually, I have a proposition for you. They've both fixed their attention on me. I'm offering you to a job. They both started to laugh out loud. I slightly rolled my eyes, but let them finish without moving away from there. You want us to work for a salary in your miracle coffee, a cafe, miracle cafe? Oh, please, sweetheart, that's the best thing I ever heard in years. Yeah, don't care about charity for the disabled, unlike the old guy. I do have my body. I do have my body in a perfect working order. Yeah, yours is a doll. Frey's is a demon. Wouldn't bet on that, Dolly. Just why did you come up with such a crazy idea? I never had many customers before. I guess the dark appearance of the cafe and your appearance made people think you were part of the themed cafe. It's just I'm adorable. They can't help but adore my pretty face. They were looking at me when they came in. The point is, I need this. I don't care if you say no. It seems that you made your choice. Look, maybe I can help you. But tell me, why are you doing this? I already told you that I want to kill you. So why keep me by your side? Well, they always say keep your enemies close and your friends close and your enemies even closer. I want stability before I find love. Someday I want to get married, but while I wait, I want to be okay. I want to live quietly before I find my special person. That's why I want my business to prosper. I knew that buying the cafe would bring me more debt than profit. I found a solution, and that is to hire you to attract customers. You are my ace up my sleeve. Both characters look at me, holding back their laughter, but it wasn't long before they began to fill the cafe with their annoying laughter again. I sighed, stroking my bridge of my nose again. I was beginning to regret it. I think it was a very nice wish, Wyan. Don't worry, we'll make this work no matter what. And Carrie, just use your powers now. Thanks, Carrie. At least I can count on her. I don't know if working in a cafe is something I always dreamed of, but I still want to know about what happened last night. I'll stay and help you. Who knows, maybe we'll have fun in the process. Don't know if that's a good sign, but I'm going to ignore it. What do you think? I watched Chucky eating his muffin without paying much attention. I'll pass. It sounds like a load of crap. I won't work for minimum wage. Actually, I was planning on paying you just for insulting the customers. Now, that's something completely different. I'm interested. Okay, now that everything's settled, you can go. I have several people in mind who can also work here. Come back tomorrow, and we can get started right away. Just don't tell Freddy we're sending Jason in. See you tomorrow, sweetie. You might want to have more sweets and desserts when I get back. Both figures stood up and walked away, talking about something or arguing. I really didn't pay any more attention to them. Are you sure about this? They don't look very trustworthy. You're afraid of them? No, not really. I got my ways of taking care of myself. What about you? Me too, Carrie. Don't worry about me. I'm sure of what I'm doing. Go home, rest, see you tomorrow. Carrie doesn't look convinced. However, she thinks for a few seconds and smiles, following nodding and taking her things to leave. I, on the other hand, go out with the sun setting on the horizon. There's still daylight, so I should hurry. My experience in town has shown me that it's not safe to stay after dark. Along the way, I think about the people I met in this strange city. Freddy and Chucky will do a good job, but they can't do it alone. I have some very curious neighbors. To be honest, some of them could be useful. Michael looks scary. Maybe it would be a good idea to talk to him about the cafe. Can't think of anyone better. However, Jack, my landlord, worries me more. For some reason I don't understand yet. Oh, he just reminds me of a haunted hotel. Oh, I have to avoid talking to him unless strictly necessary. Suddenly night fell quickly. I entered the building and looked for Michael's apartment. I remembered that his sister Lori told me where to look for her. I clear my throat for courage and knock on the door with my knuckles. I wait for someone to come, and I hear heavy footsteps, and the door opens. Michael's enormous figure stands in front of me, his timid pose with arms crossed. He seems to be waiting for me to say something. Oh, howdy, neighbor. I struggle to speak for a moment. His gaze bursts into me like knives. What a main presence. I came here because, well, I was looking for people with a special profile for my cafe. A striking profile. Crap, I don't even know what I'm saying. He doesn't move an inch. Does this guy even breathe? Well, only if you're interested. I need staff. Staff, are you offering my bird job? I'm starting to regret it. I think I'm annoying them. His sister has a similar presence to him. What's a main pair? It's just an idea. I don't want to be evasive. Are you kidding? That's a great news. Do you know how hard it is for him to get a job? Michael is a great handyman. He will help you with whatever you need. I haven't said yes yet. I'm amazed when I hear him speak. He does it so little that I forgot he can do it. Unlike Jason, who can't. Are you serious? You gotta stop working for Mr. Torrance. How much is to pay? I tell him the details of the schedule, the pay and duties. Michael seems more interested now that he's informed. That sounds like a good idea. Come on, Michael. She'll pay you more than Mr. Torrance in 2 weeks. Fine. Great. Oh, it's your first serious job. Amazing. Thank you so much, Ryan. Thank you. Come to this address tomorrow morning. I gave the information to the both of them and I say goodbye. Michael was the first to go back to his house. I hope he's not in a bad mood tomorrow because of work's pressure. Whatever. I can't waste any more time. I'll find out if he's in a bad mood because we're gonna date. We're gonna go for his date. I focus on the next one. I hope to find him there, so I head into town. On my way to the supermarket, it was still relatively early, so there are people around. I start looking around, but I don't see the guy from before. I walk a little further, but quickly notice the nearby houses across the street. There's the guy from before. He's the one who spoke sign language. I see him sitting alone reading something, so I approach him carefully. Hey. Great introduction. It seems like I drank booze before speaking. I notice him look up and focus on me, unlike Michael. He's just big, but not intimidating. Well, he's kind of intimidating. I mean, there's the hockey mask. At least I don't feel like he's pierced my soul with a stare. I don't know if you remember me, but I'm the person from yesterday. I shared my chocolate with you. He makes a gesture with his hands, gesturing until he forms the phrase, "Yes, of course I remember you," in sign language. Thanks to the prison classes for saving me once again. Oh, excellent. I own the cafe 2 blocks from here. I was looking for people to work with. I think you're pretty interesting, and your appearance fits what we're looking for. It's a horror-themed cafe, so to speak. It's kind of insulting to him. He looks at himself. He seems a little confused. No, I don't mean to any harm. It's a good thing. I need people like you. Do you have any skills? He gestures again. I'm good at making coffee. With a curious confidence. He doesn't seem offended. In fact, I think he might be interested, so I could see explaining. Well, I didn't expect that, but it's a nice surprise. Look, this is the job information. Come tomorrow as a trial day. He glares at the paper, then back at me. He moves his hand. I'll talk to my mom about it. Okay, I'll take that as maybe. What's your name? He sighs again. I'm Jason Voorhees. Jason, okay. Well, I hope we'll see you tomorrow at the cafe. You're more than welcome. I say goodbye to the big guy. He looks a bit surprised. He kept looking at the paper and then at me. I have only one person left. I don't know where he could be. Maybe in the last place I saw him. He's probably in that alley. That reminds me clearly of the way I met him. Okay, maybe it's not a good idea to that. The guy cornered me with further questions. Like my favorite horror movie. Next he's gonna ask for a Disney movie. But it's not like I have any other options. So I head back home with the intention of stopping by that place. I seem to have summoned him by thinking about it because I quickly find him leaning against the poster on the wall. I almost passed by him. In the last minute, changed mind. Oh, great. Leaving so soon? What is it today? My favorite horror series? Which one is it? I like Supernatural. I liked Supernatural. The Mist. Stephen King classic. But no, I saw that what you were doing. It's kind of dangerous to have so many lunatics in one place, you know. Well, you're one of them. Well, Jason and Michael don't seem late. How do you know that? You've been following me all day. He pulls out a camera and takes a photo of me. I feel a chill. Something tells me that he does this gesture very often, without his photo subject knowing it. Alright, I'm out. I walk past him to continue walking. I knew this was an awful idea. We don't need a yandere. Okay, come on. Oh, come on. Are you going to ask me if I want to work at your cafe? Sorry, I don't like stalkers. Translation, we like them. This channel. Especially yanderes. He's not willing to let me go so easily, apparently. He starts following me and walking beside me. Come on, I could help you. I know how to handle advertisements, believe me. I'm great at getting attention. Not really. I haven't noticed you all day. Aw, thanks. Not a compliment. You want to work with me? Just to harass me more? He makes a maybe gesture with his hands, shamelessly. Forget, I don't even know your name. I'm Ghostface. That's not a name, it's a nickname. It's my name. There's no error. I'm not gonna put that in a contract. Puts on the contract. Oh, is that what you need? Well, my name's Billy Mosher. Yeah, combining Billy and Stu's names. Is that your real name or a fake one? Look, I'll be honest with you, it's not. But I'm serious when I say that my name's really Ghostface. When I read it first, I really thought it was just Billy and Stu just playing with us. Listen carefully. Do you want to work with me? Well, you're not gonna harass me anymore. I need someone focused on the job, not assessing over random people they just met. Well, we're probably Sidney Prescott. He crosses his arms, looking from side to side. For a few minutes, he seems to think seriously about it. Feline reaches out his hand to seal the deal. Deal. I glance at him briefly, debating whether to accept or not, but it's true. I really need someone in charge of social media. If he knows, I'm out of options. I also extend my hand and shake his. Alright, come early tomorrow morning. Great, see you there, YN. He makes a side gesture and says goodbye, but not before giving me a evasive slap on the back of my head. I'll surprise you, gasp, and go to shout at him, but he's already moved away. I'm left with the insult at the tip of my tongue and my fist in the air as if I were fighting against the breeze. I will definitely regret this. No, I'm not. As soon as he shows his mask at the cafe, you'll hear from me, dumbass. I continue on my way home. I think those 5 will be more than enough. Maybe this isn't a good idea. It doesn't look like a master plan to raise money, especially with such a people. Freddy specifically said he couldn't kill me in my dreams. Chucky's just annoying. Actually, Chuck is not. Chuck is annoying. I don't know anything. He's just adorable. Stabby doll. I don't know anything about Mike or Jason, but something tells me that the 2 of them aren't exactly ordinary men. They have a strange aura. And Ghostface, well, he's Ghostface. Maybe it's not that much of a problem for me, but maybe I should have thought about Carrie. Well, she seems calm in the presence of those 2. She told me she could take care of herself, but I'll be keeping an eye on her anyway. She'll be fine. She'll scare them. I end up arriving at my apartment with my head still full of thoughts and barely even realize I'm here already. I sigh a little, tired. It's already late. I walk towards the door, and now I see that guy, the customer. I think his name is Ash. But if it isn't my favorite barista. Oh, it's you. Do you live here? No, I know the guy at your cafe and the others you were talking to throughout the day. Also stalking me? This is starting to become a recurring gag. Well, he's trying to protect us. Ghostface is trying to stalk us for real. Short answer, yes. Long answer, I noticed that you were looking for them on purpose, and I wanted to take care of you. I said I didn't want to lose my favorite barista. That's why I gave you that talisman. The what? Oh, right, the finger. Yeah, it's tough when I shook it up. Jen, I didn't eat it. Good thing I didn't eat it. Yeah, it's a saint's figure. Don't know which one. But the important thing is that it protects you from evil entities. Evil entities like Freddy? Yes, a dream demon is dangerous, but it will suffice for now. Wait, is that why he couldn't kill me last night in the dream? Yeah, exactly. You're starting to get it. Well, I wouldn't believe you if it weren't for everything I've seen today. Have you noticed the strange things that happen around here? I came to investigate and to find out why so much evil has gathered in this place. Like probably because of the book you're looking for, or hear me out. There's a slasher convention, and truth be told, you helped me a lot by doing this. Doing what? Playing some freaks to work for minimum wage? No, more than that. They'll be busy, and with their talisman, they'll do what you say in a certain way. They won't know it, but you'll be able to have it your way with them. Like it were McDonald's. You won't tame them like a circus beast and force them to do what you tell them, but you can convince them, like you have a bonus on charisma, so to speak. So it's just a Dungeons and Dragons item. Yes, amazing, right? Okay. This is too nerdy to be real. Now I kind of want to play Dungeons and Dragons. Don't have it. I don't want to. Actually, no, that'll be too boring. I want to play in a video game form. But I don't see what's wrong with them. Apart from Freddy, of course. And maybe Chucky. Oh, you don't know it. But they're all they're evil beings. At least one of them is at least all of them except your neighbor. And Ghostface, because Ghostface is normal. It's only normal. He was only a vessel for one. And most importantly, they are murders for a greater or lesser extent. I'm surprised by what he's saying, but to be honest, some part of me isn't that shocked because, well, I guess I expected it. But now I understand why I felt something was wrong. So you want me to keep an eye on a bunch of assassins? I mean slashers. Don't worry. It's more about keeping them entertained. They are a bit old, and I honestly, despite their experiences, desperate to experience something new. But don't worry. If they try something, my team and I will help you. Your team? Yeah, some brats who helped me a while back with your friends, Jason and Freddy. They destroyed you. The point is, I need you to be at the cafe. It will help me investigate what's going on. Maybe even stop more people from being killed. And who knows, maybe you'll even help them. Well, it's a strange request, but if I can help you at the same time, it's good for my cafe. It's a deal. Great. Keep my number if you need help with anything. Don't hesitate to let me know. Thanks for caring. I find it a bit hard to thank him because I'm usually the one who has to look out for others, but it's nice that for once in my life someone has my back, even if the reason is because I served them a coffee like they liked. Don't worry, Ryan. It's my duty. He left me a smile. I felt like I was in a movie. There was a part of me that wanted to get rid of this. It was too much pressure. I came to this place precisely with the intention of not getting into any more trouble. But there was something inside my head that told me that I had to do something important, something good, something worth taking so much responsibility for. Well, I sigh. I feel exhausted all of a sudden, so I go up to my apartment to fall asleep. It's been such a weird day. Chapter 3, First Day of Work. The sun hits my face, surprising me. I don't remember having a nightmare or anything, just falling asleep and waking up. I remember just staying in our, being right out of our side apartment too. I sat on my bed and relieved after sleeping so much. After checking the time, however, Aldrin struck me again. I'm gonna be late. I quickly jump out of bed and get dressed, skipping breakfast as I rush out of the apartment. It'll be a surprise if they all decide to come. I'm sure I'm counting on Freddy and Chucky, but the rest. I'm heading downstairs. I know something strange. Turning around before leaving, I see Mr. Torrance. He's closing the storage door. He's back to me instantly. I look at the door. There's a red trace at the edge of the door. God, I hope that's paint. Oh, I don't think it's paint. Ryan, good morning. He greets me as if nothing happened, although I wouldn't classify his way of acting even near normal. Mr. Torrance, good morning. I'm going out too. Ryan. His voice calling my name sends a terrible chill down my spine. It's dead serious and terrifying. I heard you hired your neighbor, Michael. Is that right? I don't turn to look at him at all. I feel like I can't even move. I don't turn back to see him, and I feel like I can't move. I don't turn back to him at all. I feel like I can't even move. Is he mad? Rory said Michael used to work for him, getting paid less than minimum wage. Maybe he's angry. He's upset. Rory said maybe he isn't happy about this. I look over to my shoulder and see the expression in his face. It's confusing. I can't tell if he's angry or what. Yeah, I did. Well, we talked and he accepted. I think he accepted. A couple of seconds pass in total silence. He doesn't take his eyes off me. It feels like an eternity. I'm glad he got a job. I used to give him work from time to time. You know, it was always hard for him to get a stable job. Because of the mask? Or the stabby part? Yeah, I heard about that. The drone left my body. I sighed, allowing all the air that got trapped in my lungs to go away. I'm thinking of buying him and Lori over for some wine, so we can celebrate his first real job. Would you like to join us? You're the one who employed him, after all. I made a small doubtful glimpse. Didn't want to get involved with Torrance more than necessary. That was scary, but maybe it'll be better not to be seen as impolite. Yeah, of course. Excellent. Tomorrow night at my apartment then. I'll see you there. Nodding, I quickly withdraw. I ran a bit too much to get away from the building, feeling my stomach churn. Just what was that? The paint on the door. Was it paint? Was he playing dumb so I wouldn't notice? Or both? The fear I felt was so weird. I don't feel that way even around Freddy, and he's a frickin' demon. Jack is one of those cases where your body just screams danger. Do you blame it? Do you blame it? Freddy's a little bit more funny. I started running towards the cafe. Didn't want to be late. I haven't flipped the open sign yet, but I can't just stand around doing nothing, so I start taking out the products we used today. I also handled yesterday's accounting and a couple of things I neglected because I was busy chatting so much. I still have 5 papers to organize and several invoices. Damn, Bernice. I'll be happier if I only had to serve coffee. Hearing the sound of an entrance bell, I look up and to tell whoever entered that the cafe isn't open yet. That's when I find the enormous silhouette of Jason. He waves his hand, greeting me in sign language again. Good morning, Wyan. I finally convinced my mom to let me work here. Took him all night. That's great. I knew I could count on you. Apparently he likes being told that kind of thing. I could see he's happy about being seen as liable. He starts talking again, but Mama wants to know how I'm doing, so she'll show up from time to time. That comment makes me raise an eyebrow. Jason's definitely a big boy, but well, I just not to talk about it. Just hope his mother doesn't want an employee discount. Oh, if she wants an employee discount, you better give her an employee discount. Of course, I'm sure she's lovely. She'll always be welcome here. Now, can you please repeat what you're good at? He stops to think for a moment before telling me I'm great at making coffee. Any kind of coffee. I even know how to make foam decorations, but they're not very elaborate. I also know how to make pastries. I enjoy gardening. Well, I got him in disbelief, whistling. Now, I just hit the jackpot with this guy. We definitely did. He said you know how to make coffee, but a espresso machine is kind of different from the regular coffee maker. Jason nods, I know. Ma has a espresso machine. He took all he needed, and I saw him prepare a very well-made cup, as if using the machine was the most natural thing in the world. I'm surprised, although he looks big and rough, his hands were skillful and delicate. And just like that, in front of me was a cup of coffee with extra foam, with a cute pear made of said foam. How pretty! I took the coffee and gave it a slip. It was a perfect cappuccino with extra cream. Damn, that's great coffee, even better than mine. Where did you learn to do this? Jason seems flattered. Ma is very good at a lot of things. She taught me how to cook and make coffee. Well, she was a cook at one point. I see. Or I think. Your mother is a skilled woman. I learned many things in jail, but I can't make a coffee this good. Jail? Don't worry, Jason. Crap, I said too much. No, nothing, don't worry. Get the stuff in the storage room and put it in the shelf, please. I quickly changed the topic. He seems doubtful, but went to the storage anyway. I'd rather not speak about my time behind bars. No matter if he's a killer or not, I don't like being an open person, and it's not something to brag about. Well, if these guys, you like people brag about it. Still, I looked down at the coffee and wonder if the giant teddy bear is seriously a dangerous killer. He is. With all the talk about his mom and the delicacy of his actions, he seems so gentle. The bell rang once again, bringing me back to reality. As I turn back, I see Carrie looking a bit agitated. I'm sorry, We're not open yet, Carrie. Don't worry. You're right on time, relax a bit, and set the tables. You still get that punctuality bonus. Oh, sorry. I thought I was later than usual. Thank you. Carrie goes to the storage room to leave her stuff. That's when I hear her scream. It's okay, that's Jason. He's our new bartender. He's friendly. He's barista. Not bartender, barista. I shout from the bar, hearing a faint, it's okay, from where she is. I should have told her about the others. I just had so much in my mind. And once again, the bell rang. It was my neighbor, Michael, inspecting his surroundings. Oh, Michael, you actually came. I'm glad. Well, Lori told me you're good with repairs. He just nods. Quiet as always. Well, I brought the place with a couple of flaws, mainly in the bathroom. He raises a hand, making me realize he's carrying a worn-out tool case. I'll take a look. Oh, sure, thanks. I look closely as he goes to the back of the cafe. This time he doesn't have his gaze fixed. He starts looking around, almost automatically. I could see he knows what he's doing. I hear voices coming from outside. Stranger Freddy and Chucky came as they left, together, like their roommates. See, I told you it won't be early. What the frick? The sun just appeared. Oh, a bunch of kids. Guess I'll open. Jason's here already. Jason? Before Mabel answered Freddy, Jason left the supply room with everything. It's like, it's his face like, no. Flashbacks. He slowly looks at Freddy while putting stuff in the bar. I could feel his irritation in the way his fingers move. You brought this butthole? Do you blame him? You guys know each other? I'm confused, but then I remember my talk with Ash. He said he dealt with both before. Yeah, together. Long story. I feel my heart drop when I hear a voice right next to me. Oh yeah, these two despise each other. We're supposed to be like a crossover movie for them, apparently. What the frick? Not just them, but with Ash too. A sequel to the crossover. What the frick? Where did you come from? I never left. I was assigned for the job. I ended up sleeping here. Cue the broken window. Do you even have a home? Yeah. Probably in our apartment. An idiot dressed up as a stab killer. And where did you get that bad mouth doll? I'll show you, little. No fighting. Chucky ran full speed at Ghostface, who took out his hunting knife. Well, we're gonna get away from them so I can see the scene. Get away from them. I get out of the way quickly, watching as Chucky rushes to Ghostface like a cartoon. He gets on top of Ghostface, trying to stab him while holding his hand with a knife. Ghostface seems to be trying to do the same. As the two are seriously... Are these two seriously killers? They look like children. Well, they're both holding knives. Chuck is more likely to kill. You really want to fight me with this body? You're not even strong. Don't need strength, you butthole. I can take you. In a fight or in bed? I think both. I'll rip your damn blank off. Alright, that's enough. I get behind Chucky and lift him. His height makes it easy enough for me to do. Behave, you both. You're both adults, I guess. We're not sure about Ghostface. To be fair, I think they were 18. They're in the first movie. I get them both away from each other, playing Chucky behind the counter. Well, now that this is all solved, and you're all here, I need to speak with you. Please sit down. I see Michael walk out from the back, quietly taking a seat. The rest sat down a little bit uneasy, except for Jason, who seems really calm. Well, I know that you're all killers. Freddy was the first one to start crackling. Oh, really? What gave you that impression? Well, you told me that you wanted to kill me in my sleep. I wasn't talking about you, Freddy. That's obvious after what happened. I'm talking about the rest of you. How did you know that? His tone was stomach as usual, but I could detect a hint of discomfort in his voice. Well, some of you didn't hide it so well. Point at Freddy. Yes, I'm talking about you two. Hey, wearing a stab mask and carrying a knife doesn't make me an assassin. But yeah, I am. Thanks for noticing. Whatever. The point is, I won't say a word about it. All I want is for the cafe to thrive. That means I'll need you to play a single role. You can't kill anyone inside the cafe or within 1 kilometer radius. Understood? What you do on your own time is none of my business. I could see Chucky raising his hand. There are 2 rules. I don't want anyone to even come near Gary. Relax, I'm not the one to mess with that kind of person. And that means... You'll find out. I said clearly offended. Haven't you noticed yet? Guess I'll let you have a surprise then. Oh, I like surprises. I already know her story. Okay. Luckily, Carrie didn't hear us. She's just leaving the storage room with some cups and glasses. Wow, that's a lot of employees. I know what you mean, a bunch of weirdos. Don't worry, half of them are in costumes. Awesome, I love the stab movies. Yeah, I like this one already. Don't start stalking her. Freddy might have to be the one that puts a stop to you. Well, now that you're all understood with the roles, we have some work to do. It's time for a little remodeling. They all start working immediately. I start thinking about what to buy and how to decor. Think about what I should bring. It would be good to have some extra help. I should ask Michael because, yeah. Then Chucky. Then Freddy, lastly. As I look around, something catches my attention. Michael's nowhere to be found. After walking a bit through the small shop, I decide to check for him in the bathroom. He seems to be looking at the bathroom lights. They're wiring all around the place. Oh, I see you found this mess. It's weird they sold this to you like this. The old owner told me to get it fixed before a specter appeared, in order to avoid a fine and all that. But, well, it's been only 2 days since we opened. It doesn't reply. He just wrapped some electrical tape around the wires. Will do. Oh, I was wondering if you could go with me to Spirit Halloween. I mean, we have to redecorate. I see no reason to go. Right, I forgot this guy is the most blunt person in town. I arranged my words, determined to drag him along with me. I forgot that this guy was the most straightforward person in town. I reordered my words a little whim to make him come with me. Well, I have no car and I'm going alone. It isn't far, but I only have 2 hands. It will be hard to carry everything. I watch him put some of his tools back in the toolbox, looking at me, taking his sweet time to answer. He stands right back up, turns to look at me. I can't see his eyes, so the empty, dark socket of his mask is intensely intimidating. Sure, you want to go with me? Well, you're strong. I think I could trust you a bit. Morrison, you're my neighbor. What about Jason? He's with Carrie, getting used to our ingredients, and plus we've already went with him, and Ghostface. After considering for a while, he nods. Lock his toolbox. Fine. Without another word, he picks up his box and walks out of the bathroom. Pleasantly surprised, I trail closely behind him. Michael approaches the storage door, leaving his toolbox inside and turning at me. Let's go. I'm not surprised to see how meticulously he treats his things. Well, he has to take care of it. We both go on our way towards the Spirit Halloween. I walk for town, trying to retrace the route to Spirit Halloween in my head. Even though I'm new here, it's not hard to navigate. The streets are fairly wide, and most of them feel into the same main area. We walk for a couple blocks in complete silence, and it's starting to get suffocating. Michael doesn't look at me. He walks like an automation, his gaze locked straight ahead. I check with him in the corner of my eye, seeing that not even his head moves. The silence breaks when I finally notice his heavy breathing. Should I say something? I don't want to sound reckless or rude, but I really dislike the idea of not getting along with my neighbor, especially when I just hired. Drowning in my thoughts, I start to walk without paying attention to where to go, and that's when I finally feel a firm grip on my arm. Oof, what was that for? We should go this way. Oh crap, my bad. He says nothing more. Either with his gesture, he just turns around and starts walking. Frick, I'm better off holding a conversation with Jason, and he's the one who's actually mute. I could find something to talk about and break the ice. Wait, ice? Sure, I'm glad it's not hot today. Oh, it's hot for me. I look at him. Hopefully, he doesn't even look back. Just nod slightly. This is heck. I'm better off inviting Channel to come with me. Oh no, we're better off with Michael. This felt like an eternity, but we finally here. I hurried to get myself a shopping cart in order to get done with this. And just for Michael to follow me in. It gets all this stuff with his face on it. As soon as I enter, I immediately head towards the decorations. I start looking at some of the stuff that they have. Tapestries, tapes, posters, wall ornaments, lots of statues, and even lamps. My eyes lock on the lamps. The bathroom lights at the cafe are totally disposed, and tossing a themed lamp over them would work. Fantastic. Maybe these are good quality. Probably not. I decided to ask Michael about his opinion, but when I look at him again, he seems a little tense. If we want good quality, we might have wanted to go to a hardware store. He looks at the sides again. His shoulders are tense, and his hands move relentlessly. Honestly, that's the most emotion I've seen coming from him. You good? What's the matter? The decor scaring you? I don't think this decor is scaring him. I think the decor's scared of him. He looks at me again. Okay, not a good joke. I should make a note up to myself. Never joke around this guy. Are you gonna stab us? No. Like right here. He is hard to read. Michael could be lying, but his no was firm. I can't know for sure. Still, he was surely tense, and was already uncomfortable before when he was quiet. Now I'm sure that's even worse. Alright, no more joking. What's the matter? You don't seem okay. Is something bothering you? He doesn't look at me immediately. Looks at the floor for a moment, then gathering the courage to talk. I don't like Halloween. Yeah, I think I know why. No. You do all your killings during Halloween, obviously. Is this everything? He seems way too worried about just to say that he doesn't like it. He doesn't like his own movie. But I'm not going to question it right now. We'll find out. Well then, I'm going to hurry with the shopping. You can wait in the driveway while I pay if you want. Even before he could answer, I'm already picking stuff up in the nearby shelves. I feel so stupid for insisting that much on this. I should have asked if you liked the kind of stuff beforehand. Well, we probably saw the basket go, he likes Halloween. Shopping for a moment, I take a deep breath, thinking again about those lamps. Did he like one? He was looking at those earlier, wasn't he? It's hard to tell, honestly. Now, walking through the bigger decorations, trying to go back to the lamp section, I see there's one huge poster in the movie of that movie, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Eventually, I find myself looking at some lamps. A little skull, a spider, a witch flying on the moon. I get down to pick the spider up before getting startled by a loud noise. I turn back. It's Michael, holding a heavy mill on his back. Confused, I look at the sides, noticing that there was only a sad Fred holding the mill before it fell, probably because of a lazy, irresponsible, discontent worker. Are you okay? He's the only one Tycho doesn't have his weapon with him. And, well, God was a Ghostface. Yeah. At least when you can see their body from their sprite, I mean. I get up as fast as I can to help him get the mill down. Listening to a few steps and voices getting closer, the store workers seemed concerned about the noise as well. Oh God, are you two okay? We're sorry. There's a new guy in the afternoon, and... It's fine, no one's hurt. Just fix that. They're either scared of him or of a potential legal action, but they started doing as he said in a heartbeat. I look at Michael and step closer, scanning him with concern to make sure he's not hurt. Are you okay? That looked heavy. It is, but it should have fallen harder if I didn't hold. But it would have fallen harder if I didn't hold it. Though I thought it was plastic. It isn't. Probably metal. I felt surprised, noticing that it was made of entirely out of wood. Why wasn't it just a prop like the rest of the decorations? I was gonna say it was probably metal. I was going to say something about it, but Michael gets closer. Instead of looking directly at me, he starts stared at the box I was holding. He carefully takes the box from me and nods with a hint of approval. The lamp will do. He walks over to the cart and sets inside. Oh, you don't have to. I said I'll help you. That's what I'm doing. I feel ashamed seeing him go through so much trouble because of me. I never wanted to be one of those bosses that force their employees to do things just because they're playing them. Sorry for bringing you here against your will. I'm sorry. He suddenly stops moving and gazes at me. I'm not apologizing for the sake of it. All right, I brought you here even though you didn't want to. This is a part of your actual job. It's not fair for me to give you even more work, especially if something makes you uncomfortable. I want to get along with you. It isn't easy to understand what you think about. And I feel like I always say the stupid things when you're around, and God, if I were you, I wouldn't stop thinking about how stupid I am. I mean... Michael decides and relaxes his shoulders. I don't have anything against you. That surprises me, and to actually think I'll get an answer from him. He gets closer, putting a hand on our cart. And actually, you're nicer than most of the neighbors. People tend to keep their distance from me. And Mr. Torrance, well, he isn't normal. Not nice to be nice to have around. No one feels comfortable around him. Not even the actual serial killer. Yeah, I don't either. Well, that's one thing we have in common, I guess. Sorry if I seem rude. Truth be told, Lori's all I have. What about your parents? Anyone else? They're dead. Then let's not talk about that then. His older sister, too. Thanks. My point is, I don't usually deal with anyone other than her. It's simpler that way. This way. That makes me smile a little. Can't stop thinking about how nice it is. Nice it is. Must be to be able to count on someone like that. Though, it must be great. Yeah, it must be great. I don't suppose you have someone like that, do you? No, well, there was this friend I had in high school, but life happened, you know. He nods quietly in acknowledgement that he understands how that happens. Well, we're neighbors now. We can be friends if you're okay with that. I'll do my absolute best to understand you. He's talking more. He's also talking more right now. I can see his shoulders relax again. His breathing sounds different when he looks at me. Doesn't it scare you? The scars and the mask. Well, as a child, yes. Ooh. Amazing, digital circus. Sans. A Sonic. If I was scared of masks, I wouldn't have hired Jason or Ghostface. And about the scars, I think worse in prison. The word prison makes his head tilt. The mask doesn't hide how confused he is. Prison? I bit my lip. Michael's probably one of the few people who wouldn't judge me for it. Still, I don't like talking about that. I chuckle bitterly before trying to change the subject. Yeah, I admit it. I was behind bars for a few years. I don't really like talking about it, though. Let's just say that the better we get along, the more we know about her. Okay, what do you think? He seems to agree with that. Apparently, that talk made him feel more comfortable about all of this. Same for me, if I'm being honest. Let's get done with this. I'll help you around. I give him a friendly smile and nod, taking hold of the cardigan. So, are we in agreement about the lamp then? Actually, we will need one more. This is just karma for buying cheap stuff. To be honest, many of the arrangements will be courtesy. You will need it and, well, I like doing it. He sounded really honest. I look at him in surprise. Well, is that why you did so many favors for Mr. Torrance? Michael nods while pushing the cart, still looking straight ahead, although not even nearly as intimidating as before. I had a rough life. I remember much of it, but I do remember being good at fixing things. It makes me feel in peace. I smiled kindly at his words, following him through the store, while fishing for decorations. I get what you're saying. I like the same way about making coffee. It's kind of a new skill, but it's calming to follow such simple steps and end up creating something so rich, you know? Another thing in common then. A loud, soft laugh at that and nod kindly. Nod kindly. Keenly? I have to admit, I don't think you were so talkative. Don't get used to it. Oh, definitely won't be able to get used to it. Allow a little laugh for the subtle sarcasm. Guess I'm starting to understand more of this weird, masked neighbor of mine. Michael went through a lot. Maybe he just needs a friend. We finally done with the decor and the lamps. Time to pay for everything. After getting done with the payment and getting all the decorations inside the boxes, I start trying to carry everything at once. We forgot that we had Michael. I always count only on me and myself, doing things without expecting any help. As hard as said things could be, of course I'll try carrying all the boxes alone. It is then I feel the weight of the said boxes getting lighter. Michael took one of them from the pile, carrying it with no effort. I think he'll carry both of them. Oh, right, thanks. It's nothing. That's what I came for, after all. I give him a grateful smile, and we head to the exit straight back to the coffee shop. Okay, I want to see what happens with her versus Michael. The silence doesn't feel overwhelming anymore. It's calm, letting the sounds of the town serve as a pleasant backdrop. We walk our way back to the shop, a figure standing in front of it. However, makes my stomach churn. Channel is right in front of the cafe, recording something. I could hear her spitting out something stupid. Hearing her talk feels like torture. I literally cannot wait to see what happens when we have Freddy with us. I feel my blood boiling. Leaving my things on the ground and start walking towards her, getting stopped by a strong grip on my arm. Michael points at the trash container next to the coffee shop's sidewalk. Channel's right by its side. Still confused, I see him walk over to the trash can, carefully pushing it towards Channel. It's overflowing with trash that hasn't been collected for over a week, which falls on her foot. What the heck is wrong with you, freak? Hey, do not diss him. My apologies. Unbelievable. Do you know how expensive these shoes are? They're worth more than your stupid town. This stupid town. Should we record that and give it to her daddy? I see. It won't happen again. Michael just starting to pick up the trash without any problems, playing in its place. In her mouth. Don't you dare act indifferent. You did that on purpose. Do you know who I am? I'm the mayor's daughter. The mayor's daughter who just called the town poor. Don't care. I see Channel's brimming with rage, trying to get in Michael's face. I took a step between them, creating some space. He apologized already, didn't he? It's not his fault that you were acting out in front of our store. Please take your crap stinking shoes away from here. You'll regret see your second-class barista. I flip her off. I'll just flip her off. I roll my eyes. What kind of basic high school bullying insult even is that? I walk over to Michael, who's still tidying the trash. Thanks. You're welcome. In fact, I dislike her as well. The whole town knows she's a butt. The whole town will probably be... I'm surprised the whole town, aka all of you, don't go into her room in the middle of the night with knives all pointing at her. Yeah, I knows. Let's get inside for you to clean up a little. You're smelling really bad right now. I guess Challeng's dad has more wasting too much on shoes. And little paying garbage collectors. And too little paying garbage collectors. We pick up our spirit handling bags and head into the shop. I arrive at the cafe, leaving the boxes in the door. Everything is clean. No one's dead, and there's some customers. Everything seems in order. Those who stayed seem to be doing their job. Somewhat surprised, I approach Carrie. She's tending to the cash register without problems. All seems in order. I'm gonna be honest, I thought they would give you trouble. Oh, they were scared. You mean the new place? No, they did everything right. Her smile is kind and confident. It's strange to think that Carrie, such a short and tiny young woman, managed to control the four murders I left. Now that I think about it, I should have done that. Oh, don't worry about her. She could hold her own. Maybe I sank too deep into what I had to do that I didn't think about it very well. I'm glad all's in place. Color me surprised. I'll definitely make you a manager soon. Really? Yes, I don't have many candidates, and even if I had, you'd be my favorite. Yeah. Thank you a lot. That or probably Freddy would be the second candidate. I look around me, and out of what I expected, I see that everyone has adapted quickly to their role. The new guys seem to attract a lot of customers, people with their weirdness. I notice Ghostface is taking photos around the place. The mask doesn't seem to block his charisma. Lots of people come to take pictures with him. Ghostface, Jason seems very cheerful and skilled at making coffee with Gary. People seem to love the art he makes on the cups, taking photos and enjoying their taste. Michael, although he doesn't talk to anyone, seems to be doing his own thing very skillfully, so people seem to like his mysterious appearance as they take photos from the distance or talk excitedly about him. Freddy could be considered the least interested in this place, but he seems to have fun getting people's attention, telling them grotesque stories from time to time. Everyone is amused by them, thinking they're false because his carefree attitude. And they're all real. And Chucky works as a weird mascot. Everyone thinks he's a toy modified to swear or behave like an idiot. They love it. Even the girls are delighted by his little face. There are more customers than I ever thought I would have, and they seem to love the place. I smile happy at that. Despite the terrible idea of putting a bunch of mirrors in one place, it doesn't seem to be going too badly. I go to the storage room in order to take care of the new menu. After all, if they're gonna have a horror theme, the food must follow the same line. Take a sheet of paper and sit on this. I take a sheet of paper and sit on the sofa to start writing, also calculating the spends for food, coffee, and new cups. I start doing more and more calculations. I take into consideration the money raised over the years, and although it's a good amount of support, numbers are starting to get red. After I'm done with the spends for decorations, ingredients, branding, and everything else, I let out a long sigh. I put the paper beside me and bury my face in my hands. I considered asking for a loan, but my reputation as an ex-con is more than enough for a bank to decline me, even if I'm all innocent. I start thinking about their means. I feel desperate, but I seriously refuse to give up on the shop. I'll do it for Carrie and for what Ash said to me the night before. I almost ignored the fact that someone entered the storage. I poked my face from behind my hand to see Freddy laying back on the shelf, looking with doubt and amusement. Well, this time he's actually a boy. What's the problem? You look like you just shed blood. Disgusting joke. I don't even know why I'm surprised. I lie back on the couch, letting my head fall on the backrest. It's nothing. I'd love to ignore you, but since you're my new boss, or some crap like that, I think that's part of my job, pretending to be concerned. I love to tell him to screw off, but I just sigh and begin explaining. I love to tell you tomorrow on food, then fixing everything broken in place to comply with the legal requirements. Well, it's kind of crap. Yeah, I know a thing or two about all those things. So you don't have the money? I kind of have. Thing is, I'll stay on Reddit to keep maintaining the coffee shop and myself. I have to raise prices to recover, and that'll be bad for our image since this isn't New York City at least, because it is part of New York. Amityville is. Oh, I see you're not that arrogant about finances. I thought you were more of an idiot. Thanks. I don't have time to hear your crap right now. I have to think about solving my problems. I don't see a reason for all this drama. Just ask for a loan or something. Can't do. I have a bad record. Really? You seem so financially responsible now. Yeah. That's what happens when you get behind bars. Behind bars, eh? I want to know everything about that, but maybe later. I like to spoil it for him twice in his route. On the other hand, I think about other options, but they'll be difficult and more dangerous. Yeah. Stop complaining. I'll give you the money. I freeze for a moment, and then I look up in a little dismay before processing what I heard. talking to some kind of dream demon who was a child murderer well alive and in death. And I still can't believe him. I don't have time for jokes, Freddy. I'm not joking, really. I stopped for a moment, looking around and examining the situation. I turned my gaze to him for a few seconds and squint suspiciously. What do you want? He laughs like I just told him a super funny joke, and then he comes over, throwing himself on the sofa, right next to me. He puts his arm behind the back of the sofa, look at me with an amused expression. I need a business to boom. Let me explain before you start acting stupid again. Being a dream demon doesn't come with unlimited power, you know. My power comes from people who knowing me and knowing my name, from the fear that stalk their dreams. It's like, so they have to know his name. Let's just say that in recent years, the power hasn't been flowing because I killed almost everyone who knew me. Okay, not almost everyone. He probably killed everyone. Sounds like something you do. Oh, it's something he would do. And he has. Yeah, you get it. Now, if the business works, everyone will talk about the cafe and the Freddy Krueger guy in it. I don't necessarily need them to be scared right now. If they know I exist, that's enough for me to enter their dreams. Makes sense. Does that explain why you couldn't kill me? Kinda. But I was sure if I could at least scare you. Didn't happen. Well, about that. Hi, it's Finger again. I'm sorry that this affects your self-esteem. Do you want the frickin' money or not? Yes, forget I said anything. I see that he searches behind his trench coat and takes out a ton of money. I open my eyes in surprise, receiving a scare amount in my hand. It's intimidating. Wait, where did you get that? From those victims. I can do whatever I want, baby. Don't ask questions. After receiving Frey's money and feeling like some kind of well-paid person, I proceed to put an envelope in the safe, taking care of his investment money. I start taking care of preparing everything for the reopening. Frey went back to his work, while Carrie entered the storage room. Oh, Wyatt, I'm sorry for interrupting you on something important. I was just wondering if you could attend to the register while I finish making a panery. Sure, no problem. I'm coming. Thanks, boss. I'll leave my list there and go to the cash register while Jason and Carrie take care of the food. I stand in front of the register, noticing a small line in front of me. I am noticeably surprised by the amount of people in the shop. Perhaps it was due to the fact that there is almost no places of interest in this town. I start taking orders and helping prepare the coffee and snacks. Soon the line disappears and their store fills up. Oh, you know why this off? They probably came also because she was recording it Michael, what Michael did. I smile satisfied and devote my time to counting the money while no new clients appear. That's when I hear the bell chime. I raise my head to greet the customer, but my mouth shuts when I know it's his style. That's not all that I expected. Oh yes, this place looks like it's been like I've been told. Is coffee good, or people who only come here for your mascot? The cute Chucky. Nothing's gonna surprise me at this point. Well, I'll buy it and try it. Fair enough. Can I have an ice mocha? Ice mochaado for blank. I nod and put the name on his cup, passing for Carrie to prepare. It's like, we don't get his name. Oh wow, they weren't lying. You got them all in here. Excuse me. I see what happens to be his eyes glowing in a strange darkness of his hood. He lets out a laugh. The killer. I freeze for a moment, looking at the guy from top to bottom, and here I thought nothing would surprise me. Maybe he's in there murder. Oh, sorry, we're not hiring right now. He's got very interesting laugh. I see. I can understand why you're the boss around here. Not just anyone can keep these guys at bay. Who are you? Well, his name's Blank. I'm Casket. His order's ready. Carrie gives it to me and continues with her work, although I notice that she suddenly glances at the customer. And with the coffee in front of him, looking directly at his hood, I can still see his smile, scared by it. What weird guy. He drinks the coffee by bringing it closer to whoever he has instead of a face, giving a thumbs up. Well, I'll be a legger here. This tastes good. You didn't answer my question. Relax. I didn't come here to do anything wrong, either to you nor the cafe. I just happened to be around. Okay, Casket, right? Well, I just don't want any more weirdos in my life. No, but you're in Amityville, and you'll only find weirdos here. He lets out a laugh and takes something out of his pocket, a dollar bill. He weighs it in the tip jar and walks out the door. Yes, I've noticed that this town seems to be a creep magnet. Does it have to do with what Ash told me, now that I think about it? I better stop thinking about it and focus on working. Worrying about the oddities of this town won't pay my bills. Yeah, it will. The day soon ends, and we close. My employees don't all leave. Some stay to help organize. Or to bar me. They all stay. I stand at one of the tables, counting the profit. Next to me, Carrie is serving some desserts to the boys. I'm surprised to hear them all thanking her. They all seem pretty quiet around her. I wonder how she manages to keep them like this. Her psychic powers. I was about to ask her when suddenly I hear a bell ring again, which confuses me. I did put the sign indicating that we're closed. Sorry, Barista, I won't take much of your time. Hey, Ash. I get up from my chair to walk over to him, hands shaking as a greeting. I could feel the air growing heavier behind me. When I turn around my shoulders, I notice some tense looks. What? Why are you looking at me like this? What to say, I'm going with most of your adorable employees. You mentioned it last night. I see. What brings you here? I'm sorry to tell you that right now that we're not serving coffee anymore. I get it. I was actually going to escort you home to talk about an important topic. If that doesn't bar you. Oh, I thought Michael was because we live next door, Char. No, let me just grab my things and... No, I'm going to. I'm surprised to hear Michael by my side. I look at him, chuckling a little. Well, your shift's over, and I thought you'd stay to prepare some more things. Oh, if his shift's over, this gets to go home. Those things can wait. I'm not leaving you with this idiot. Calm down, Halloween boy. Tail sequence. We're just friends. I vowed to protect YN from you all. I am calm. His tone doesn't sound calm at all. Has your sister followed the rules I told her? I'm surprised to hear that. What Ash said. Okay, it definitely was Michael. Apparently he's not only knows Michael, but also Ori. Perfectly. I see. Good. Don't worry, Michael. I'll be fine. You could do me a favor by getting things done. I'll see you home in a while, if you like that. Very well. He doesn't seem very convinced, but he gives me a kind pat on the back and gets back to business. I take care of finishing my obligations and take my things. Everyone else starts to leave, and I close the coffee shop, to go with Ash to the apartment. We walk through the streets, and I look around from time to time, making sure Ghostface isn't following us. As we walk a little further, Ash starts talking. Your business is doing very well. I hope the quality of the coffee doesn't fall off. Don't worry about that. Jason's coffee is even better than mine. Who would have thought? When I first met him, he was killing teenagers, and now he's making fun with bears in coffee. Well, I'm glad things went this way. Maybe Ghostface is following us. Don't worry. Oh no. He's stumbling. If I'm being honest, that really isn't the problem here. No, 5 serial killers in a single town? Work in the same place? Yeah, no problem. And yet, they're not even half of my problems. I'm going to tell you something. A few years ago, I found out that apparently, according to a prophecy, that I'm the chosen one to face tech and its evils. Don't ask me if it makes sense. I don't find much of it in that either. That information brought with it a lot of crap. First, I lost everything in my life, friends, partner, even my family. All because of the damn Necronomicon. That information brought with it a lot of crap. First, I lost everything in my... Okay. Oh, and I wouldn't have to explain it. Then. Yes, the damn book made me lose my mind. Crap, Ash, that's screwed up. My bad. Stop with that. I don't like being counseled. I nod at him. I never liked pity either. Do feel bad for him. Anyway, the point is that I'm guarded. I guarded the Necronomicon for a few years. But what to say, it's now in someone else's hands. It's not in Pamela's hands. Are we sure? I don't really know whose, but I do know that it's in this town and attracting a lot of heckish energy, causing some evil and crazy things to happen. Wow, I would question you about it, but earlier today, a weird guy appeared at the cafe. I couldn't see his face, and he was dressed very strangely. He was dressed pretty normal to me. Yeah, you're starting to get it. This sucks. Just couldn't see his face. Is there anything I could help you with? I'm no fighter, but believe me, I definitely don't let myself get intimidated so easily. It seems like Michael likes you a lot. I laugh, feeling a bit embarrassed and stare a little. I stare all the time. No, it would be crazy. They're murderers and insane, and do you think that's a bad idea? Personally, I don't recommend it, but love can change someone. I can't guarantee anything. But who knows, maybe if you make the right decisions, they will stop being monsters. I listen to Ash's words carefully. I try not saying that I like them. I guess I don't dislike them either. Feeling like this is taking a long time to forge. I can't guarantee anything. For now, I think I'll just focus on helping Ash and keeping these guys out of trouble. Following close to home, from the corner of my eye and my street, I managed to see Mr. Torrance in the entrance of the building. He's sitting on the bench in the front garden, smoking a cigar. And my landlord, I don't want to talk to him. Ash pulls my arm. He seems tense and turns his back on my apartment. That's your landlord? You're living with me. That Jason Warrior, too. Yeah. Are you okay? I'm starting to get worried. I mean, not Jason. Michael and worried. I feel like I have seen that face elsewhere, but I don't know where. I can't remember. Something bad? Definitely bad. He tries remembering, but just sighs and denies it. I have a lot of things to worry about right now. Maybe it's nothing. I'll accompany you inside, not to make this chat longer. Thanks, I appreciate it. We keep walking towards the building. We pass in front of Mr. Torrance, and now the curtsy. I decide to say hello, avoiding the heavy smoke. Good night, Mr. Torrance. I'm going in with a friend. A few days here, and you made a lot of friends. Good to know. Glad you're a sociable type. Have a good night. He greets Ash, who moves his mechanical hand impatiently. You too. I notice a fixed stare from Jack, the vibe getting very tense in a short time. I walk inside with Ash, and we both leave Jack outside the residence. I decide to let Ash inside my place and close the door behind me, invite him to sit down. Want something? I brought some beers yesterday. You read my mind. I smile at him and go to the fridge, pick up 2 bottles. I don't have any opener yet, but a knife from this does the job just good enough. A trick that friendly prisoner taught me. Joe, how did they get the knife? I walk over to the couch and hand Ash a bottle. Sitting on the other side, I take a sip of my drink, letting the bitter taste fill my mouth, and the alcohol acts my muscles. I don't want to be nosy, but I really want to know. How do you feel living here? Nightmares? Paranoia? The question catches me a little off guard, but I just chuckle. That's how I've been feeling for a few years now. What do you mean? Don't like talking about it, but Ash doesn't seem like the type to judge, nor someone who can laugh at me for calling me a murderer for what I'm about to say. Well, I'm an ex-convict. Years ago, I had an accident with my stepfather. He was abusing me. He tried to kill me one day, so I killed him first. That's how I got in jail time. I only got away earlier because they found new information about my case. A policeman exploded me because I told them it was self-defense, so they investigated until he got the evidence. All that deteriorated my mental health. I had already been living with constant paranoia and PTSD. Prison only made it worse. I saw a sorrowful expression on Ash's face as he let out a heavy sigh. Well, that's screwed up. I'm very sorry if you went through all that. If I'm being honest, you're way stronger than you think. You think so? I've seen people go nuts for less, Ryan. What you went through didn't make you stronger. It sucked. What did make you stronger here are the choices you made and the fact that you didn't let the world break you. You're better than me. Really, I lost my sanity years ago. Even though I may seem calm right now, I lost everything around me. My only way to survive was to go crazy. But not you. Even in a system where ex-convicts can't do any work, manage to set up a coffee shop. That's more than many can do. Oh, they can do a lot of stuff. I've seen some of them have YouTube channels. Hey, I'm proud of what you do, and I'm glad I found you. You helped me a lot with this. You'd help me a lot with this fight. And where my gaze a little, hiding the gashes of tears running down my face. I quickly wiped them away, laughing bitterly. He caught me off guard, old man, but thanks, I needed that. It's been hard. Frick. Yes, it was, but I'm glad you're here in one piece. I can't say the same for me. He whistled his beer in his mechanical hand, adding it to his joke. I only managed to, laugh. A small laugh. I think this is what I needed. A quick night of chat and a beer. And that was horror romance Michael. Oh, we're basically doing Michael's route. If you like my content, please consider subscribing, liking the video, and commenting below. See you guys next time.